Hello everyone, I am Rahul Bhojwani and my topic is about the unemployment and jobless growth in India. As we all know that India is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. But here's the paradox. Economic growth is rising, yet so is unemployment. Young graduates, skilled professionals and even daily wage workers are struggling to find stable jobs. The big question is why is this happening and how can we fix it? So we all know that India's GDP has been growing at an average of 6 to 7% over the past decade, but the unemployment rate remains high, around 7 to 8%. For youth, it's even worse, reaching over 20% in urban areas. India has the world's largest youth population, yet instead of benefiting from this demographic dividend, we are facing a job crisis. Why? Because while sectors like IT, finance, and automation are growing, they don't create enough jobs for millions of job seekers. The COVID 19 pandemic, economic reforms like GST, and the rise of automation have further disrupted employment patterns. So, coming to the problem, why is unemployment rising? So, why isn't economic growth creating jobs? The reasons are many, but here are four major ones. First, skill matching. Every year, millions of students graduate, but many don't have the right skills for today's jobs. Employers look for technical expertise, AI, and coding skills, but our education system still focuses on outdated curriculum. Second one is the slow growth in manufacturing. India's Make in India campaign aimed to boost manufacturing, but the reality, automation is replacing workers and global competition is intense. Example, Bangladesh has overtaken India in textile exports because of lower production cost and better labor policies. The third one is of the third one is the struggles of MSMEs and small businesses. MSMEs generate over 110 million jobs in India. But post GST and demonetization, many small businesses struggled with compliance costs and financing issues. Fourth and the last one is of over dependence on agriculture. Nearly 45% of Indian works in agriculture, yet it contributes only 17 to 80%, 18% to GDP. With declining farm incomes, rural youth are migrating to cities only to face job shortage there as well. So the job crisis isn't unsolvable, but it needs strong focus action. Here are the few key solutions to solve this problem. First one is the skill development and education reform. We must update our education system to focus on digital skills, AI, coding, and hands-on vocational training. Germany's apprenticeship model could be a greater example. Second one is the boosting manufacture and MSMEs. India needs more labor intensive industries like textile, food processing, and electronics. MSMEs must get easier loans and incentives to hire more workers. Example, China's manufacturing boom created millions of jobs. India can replicate this with better policies. The third one is the strengthening of the agricultural sector. Farmers need better technology, direct market access, and incentives for agro-based industries. The fourth one is of encouraging startups and the gig economy. Startups and gig platforms like Swiggy, Ola, and Zomato are growing fast. The government must provide social security benefits for gig workers. The last one is of the infrastructure development. Investing in roads, railways, and smart cities creates thousands of jobs, both skilled and unskilled. The how soon can we implement these changes? Here is the roadmap for the problem. The first 2 years should be of more funding for skill development and the MSME credit boost. The midterm phase, that is for 3 to 5 years, should be of strengthening manufacturing and agro-based industries. The long-term plan of this, that is of the 5 years, should be of large-scale education reform, more automation-resistant jobs. So the conclusion for this problem is that India has the talent, the workforce, and the ambition, but solving unemployment requires bold policies, industry support, and skill focused education. A future where India's growth creates jobs for all isn't just a dream, it's a goal we must work towards starting today. Thank you.